night. But excellent control this morning from Mohamed Abbas. Yeah, this is excellent work, and I can tell you what, there's a bit of frustration building in Kyle Verreynne. He's a free-flowing player. He wants to be playing his shots.
It'd be really nice to have something to be able to show us, like a footprint of his innings so far, because he really has basically moved only about 6 or so inches in front of the stump, front of the crease. That's all he's done. The length has been so good that he's hasn't been able to get a good stride in, hasn't been able to get a good stride back. He's been really trapped on the crease, and there's virtually been no positive movement back or forward.
And as a bowler, I really enjoy when I can bowl at a particular bed. I still not agree with that point fielder being pushed back again. No. 3:39 for 5.
कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
हमदर्द जुशांदा का 1 पैकेट बॉईल करें, दिन में 2 बार पिएं और खांसी और नेज़ी कंजेशन को जड़ से खत्म करें। नो केमिकल्स, नो साइड इफेक्ट्स। आप भी अपनी सेहत को नेचुरली ठीक रखें विद हमदर्द जुशांदा।
जैज़ के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Looking forward to what's happening in that SA 20 that's coming up. Will he lead his team to another one? 2 they've won.
No, he's had enough. Aiden Markham's lifted that cup too much.
He showed yesterday how strong he is leg side when they go short. And he was onto that quickly again.
Yeah, he has the ability to pick up length very quickly, Ryan Rickleton. We know it's a favourite area of his. Just watch how quickly he picks up this length. Wasn't all of that short, but a little simmy into the leg side and dissected those fielders on the leg side fence.
Just great control. Again, didn't try and do it too hard. Perfect little pivot. Yeah, 4 runs.
It's good fielding in the end.
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit this morning about his temperament. I'm massively impressed with just his attitude, his overall attitude when it comes to batting. Often talk about batsmanship, the way that he's been able to sift between gears, attacking, defence. I can tell you what, there's a real hungerness from this young man to want to bat and to want to score big runs. He's done an excellent job so far. 195, 5 sort of a double ton.
I mean, the strike rate of 75 is just brilliant. I mean, yes, it's a nice batting track, but you've still got to make sure you do the work. And I thought the way he played yesterday was just exemplary. It really was. The drives through the covers, the drive straight down the ground. There's his mum, top right. He said he was going to give her a bit of a talking to after she was showing some emotion on the big screen. He said he wasn't happy with too much emotion. I bet he didn't, though. Absolutely unbelievable the way he played yesterday, and he set himself up superbly for today again.
Yeah, that's on my point of the way that he's been able to navigate his way through his innings. Very often you find players that they're either ultra positive or they're erring a little bit on the defensive side, but I think he's found a balance in his game that I foresee will be in good stead for his game for a very long period of time, Hazy.
I'm with you, and I think also the benefit that he scores so quickly is just an enormous benefit, really is. He gets going at the top, he gets going smartly.
There's more evidence also of how good he is in defence as well. I thought yesterday he was really good on defence, especially an opening batter. Your defence has got to be good. Spoke about his strike rate and how good he's been. He's got on with it, 75 strike rate pretty much, but when he's had to defend, he's looked really solid and hardly troubled.
And you always look at players from a bowler's perspective. Look for a little clue, you know, look for a little weakness in the techniques, but he's blocking it out the middle like that. I tell you what, as a bowler, you think to yourself, I've got to be running in all day still.
And they ran in all day at him yesterday and still couldn't find a way through. What's going to happen today? It's 3:43 for 5.
बैंक अल्फा की न्यू अल्फा ऐप से कहीं से भी बैंकिंग करें क्योंकि बैंकिंग कहीं जाने का नहीं अल्फा करने का नाम है डाउनलोड द न्यू अल्फा ऐप
Ryan Rickleton had 100 last year against Sri Lanka. That was his first. Short. Onto quickly is Calvarena as well. He hasn't had many opportunities for scoring, but there is one.
Yeah, and this is where he's much more comfortable. When he can score square of the wicket, Calvarena. They've been asking good questions of his technique by bowling it up in the hot zone, but this one a touch too short. Rocks back quickly, and he's had no intentions of keeping that down.
And I wonder what difference that one shot will make to him now. Cricket is a
Made 2 and 16 in Centurion. Now looking to get going here at Newton. South Africa need him to get going as well, because you spoke about it, Hazy, wanting to go big. They're not quite there yet in terms of going big. Verena isn't an innings together and a partnership here with Rickleton, which very quickly this innings. So they need him to make runs.
I've seen signs already. There's a couple of balls that were bowled in that last over, and they were hitting right at the bottom of the bat. They're quite short. They were just stopping a little bit and just staying a little bit low when Rickleton was on strike. So this track was probably at its best yesterday. I think it was prepared maybe a day in advance. There we go. That one's just keeping a fraction low also. So there's a couple of things just starting to creep in.
Yeah, I think it's probably those cracks that we saw yesterday, just outside the line of the right-hander's eye. And I do feel with the amount of heat that we have going around in Cape Town at the moment, they will come into play. Might be day 3, 4, 5. You can see there's this little couple of scuff marks starting to form. Bowlers' foot marks, so the spinners, they will be playing a vital part in this fixture.
A little bit more wind yesterday as well. It may have just dried it out as such. Not as much wind today, though.
No, it's a little bit cut up. In fact, it's just magnificent. What a magnificent day today. Look at that. No wind. There is a wind forecast for a little bit later today and also tomorrow. But right now it's just terrific. Look at that.
Now you see Vern, Hazy and I are on wind watch because we've actually got hair to worry about when we go out in the middle. You're okay. You don't really feel it. Doesn't affect you.
Nice one, Nats. I like it. Nice one.
There's a reason why I live in this part of the world.
Newlands loves the fact that South Africa are fast at 350. They'll be very happy with that. Work still to do. But most of the cards are in South Africa's hands right now.
This crowd also building up nicely this morning. When we first started, there weren't well, there was a reasonable start, but I guess they're a bit sluggish maybe to come to the game on a Saturday morning. But now it's building up beautifully. It's going to be a nice full house, I reckon, later today. Waiting for him to get 5 more.
Showing a lot of patience is Ryan Rickleton at the moment. It's 350 for 5.
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बोतल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
Out in the sky. It was very overcast when you started day one. That early morning there was quite a bit of wind, but today barely a cloud in the sky and hardly a breath of wind. So it's different to what we experienced yesterday. Warm as well in the sun. Now, here's a change for Pakistan. He was brought into the test match. He was given the new ball yesterday as well. This time around he'll be first change with this new ball. And he's coming over the wicket as well.
It's not a bad call. He's someone who can swing the ball both ways. So as a left armer, that's advantageous as well. I think he bowled a little bit too much around the wicket yesterday, to be honest, but he can swing it quite nicely, Vern, as you know.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just up at a yard as well in the pace department. It just feels like he's just trying to place the ball there instead of bowling it. But always a wonderful addition, you know, if you have a left arm seamer that can swing the ball back at the right hander. Always been fascinated about that skill element. And yet why we miss a guy called Sahin Afridi, because he'd have been bowling him at some rocket pace as well. But yeah, they need some wickets here, Pakistan.
Magnificent. Yet again, driving sweetly and off the middle of the bat.
Oh, his mum's on his feet. She's not the only one. What a shot that is. Magnificent shot. Nice little push down the ground. That is just outstanding. Great timing, right out of the screws.
Yeah, it's a shot that he's played so well throughout this innings. The drive straight down the ground again in full control. Beautiful balance. Just look where the head is, straight over the top of the ball. Well, I tell you guys what, he's one short of his double ton.
Newlands, rise to one of your newest Test heroes. It's a beautiful place to make 100. Even better to double up. The last time a South African batter made a Test double ton was at this ground, and it was 9 years ago. A wonderful moment for someone who's shown so much patience.